That's just how it is. That's how you know it's my sense of humor, okay? So keeping that in mind, we're going to move forward. Catherine Kawhi states his age, blah, blah, blah. He's just saying the whole interaction, already debunked it. Proving Seth's identity, he says that deleted user is me. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Then he says deleted user is me. Again, I don't know. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of pages on proving it's me or something. I don't know. Okay, so this is 2017 Seth. PRI. Now, this is their fucking meat and potatoes. Satire. The meat and potatoes. Now, Clyde can get into this, for sure. But, Clyde, explain your experience with satire, just real quick, because they're not going to bring you up, but just explain it real quick.
I mean, my recollection of that individual is that she's been turned into basically like a weapon to be used against you, even with, you know, the majority of the shit that's involved with her being completely false. It's extremely exaggerated. The brother of said individual is also a fucking massive weirdo that's like obsessed with coming after you for whatever reason, like wants to use his sister as a fucking tool just to like slander you, which is like bullshit. Like, I think I remember at one stage the same individual admitted that the stuff that was, you know, you're accused of wasn't even true too. And then one of the main proprietors of this, Mr. Trini, like, is even on your side now. It's like,
he is.
How long? How long is this going to go on for? Like, it's beyond like morally okay at this stage. And regardless of the fact that we're friends, like, if this was to anybody else, like, if this was a random Joe in like any of these Discord servers, and I overheard this sort of like situation explained to myself, I would defend them because it's actually pretty stupid at this stage. Like, how much she's still continuously being brought up like over 3 years later. It's old. And the evidence is fucking absolutely dumb. Like, it's already been debunked plenty of times, and I'm sure you'll get into it too and explain even more. But like, again, like I said, the main person who, you know, started a lot of this is on your side. Like, and so like, what does that say?
Yeah. So Trini, who is the best debater and intellectual mind out of all of them, someone they all looked up to, the person who literally started this whole thing, is on my side now. Like, that should tell you something. The one I've debated the most, the one I've fucking hashed it out the most, the one who was starting it the most is on my side. Like, I don't know how else to explain that. But let's just go over it real quick, okay? Seth, who was an adult at this time, at minimum age 19, likely older, messages a 16-year-old girl with the username Satire. First thing you should know about satire, there's a 3-year age gap. They're trying to call me a fucking like pedophile groomer over a 3-year age gap. Like, let's just see, 3-year age gap. Like, I don't know how else to explain that simply. Like, it's just 3-year age gap. Like,
the funny thing is the country she lives in, which is mine, like, even if that were to be true, it actually wouldn't be illegal, which makes it even funnier. At this stage, it's a matter of, like, they're trying to, like, really inflate this to make you look like, you know, worse than you are. And again, with information too, you know, be at that. So, yeah. So it's funny.
Like, me and this girl, we would have been in, like, the same high school. You know what I mean? And not, like, freshman shit either. You know what I mean? 3-year age gap. Now, sure, it's still weird. But say everything is fucking true. Say it's the absolute worst interpretation. 3 years. Is that worth ruining my life over? Probably not. I don't know if that's really a proper escalation. 3 years. Anyway, let's keep getting into it. Seth, you like 25? I am not 25. I don't know who told you that. There was one screenshot in their evidence chat that's like, oh, Seth was in his mid-20s when I was 15. I was like, what the fuck? I was in my mid-20s 4 years ago? I don't know where the fuck they're getting this shit from. But no, 3-year age gap. Do the math. Anyway, okay. So the problem with this first screenshot, and what you'll notice is, does it look like messages are deleted to you? And Trini was talking to me. This is one of the things that convinced Trini as well. If you look at what we're saying in the chat, does it make sense with what she responded with? It doesn't really add up, does it? I'm a very concise person, not really a talker that much. I'm very concise, on to the point. Does it look like she deleted some messages? Because this is a deleted account of mine now. Can no longer go on it. Does it look like she deleted some messages? Because the way I'm responding doesn't make sense. So she's talking, I wouldn't want to send my body to someone who wasn't my partner. Haha, it'd just be between us. It wouldn't be to get higher up or anything. I'm pretty sure this is in reference to a girl called Mommy. And actually in the next screenshot, I think I'm talking about her. I say she has a boyfriend that wants her to. She thinks it's hot. Haha. This is in reference to Mommy. Okay? So for those of you who don't know who Mommy is, she's an incredibly fucking hot girl. And I don't say that often since I'm borderline asexual. She's a really hot-ass girl who came into my server. You guys might remember. I don't even know if I should post the picture. And she was making very interesting band signs in my NSFW chat of me. And she was saying her boyfriend came to the server and was like, do you want to fuck her? I was like, what? And he said, how about we have a three-way in Texas? So from what I'm reading, that's what that's about. Okay? That's what that's about from what I can tell. That's why I'm saying she has a boyfriend, and that's what we're talking about. I mean, maybe there's more context. Like, this was 4 years ago, so I don't remember every single fucking detail. Maybe there's more context or fucking secret deleted screenshots. But from what I remember, that's what that's talking about. That's why I said she has a boyfriend. She thinks it's hot. Haha. That's what we're talking about. Okay? And then the whole me asking, are you a virgin or something? Once again, it looks like there's deleted context. Like my response, it looks like I respond to her saying something and something before that. So she probably deleted something. Like I said, 4 years ago, I don't remember the context. These are just singular screenshots. Maybe if we had the entire chat, like if we had the whole chat recorded, maybe. But these are just weird screenshots. Dude, I'm literally the person in the conversation and I don't remember the full fucking context. You know what I mean? Let alone random fucking people. Like, okay, and then me saying, I wouldn't think any less of you if you did. This is in reference to her saying, I don't want to send nudes to people. It's obviously not referring to me. I'm just saying in general because people think she's a slut and I'm trying to support her. Obviously, it looks weird, but yes, that's in reference to supporting her. Once again, this next one, what even is the context? What is it talking about? Is there a video of this? Like, is there a video of this next one? What is this? I don't even know what the context is. Closer to what? What is this in reference to? Do we just assume? Where is there a video of this? I don't know. Like, I actually don't know the context. Now, apparently, one of the reasons that Trini turned on Satire is because she was making fucking claims that Seth was sending me messages about a specific hotel we were going to meet up in fucking and blah, blah, blah. And then there's just this out of context screenshot collection. And then when she wouldn't show any of the proof of this hotel or whatever, Trini's like, is this like some weird vindictive 4-year-long shit? Like, what's going on? Like, once again, not enough context. Even I don't remember the full fucking context. 4 fucking years ago, dude. That's when I first made my Discord server. Let that sink in. I said that when I first made my Discord server 4 years ago. Not easy to remember every little conversation I have with random female. Like, the only reason she's even relevant is because of these claims. Like, she was not important to me. Even if you look at all these screenshots, we only knew each other for like less than a week or something. She was not a very pivotal part of my memory. So maybe if there's more evidence, we can remember it. But yeah, that's one of the things. Profile picture, sub. What's the profile pictures? Oh, okay. He's just explaining that profile pictures can change or whatever. That's fine. Okay, this one here. This one actually is true. This one's true. I did say fucking 6th graders. I'm over here peeping satires, pancake areolas, and y'all beefing. I did say that, but let me explain why I said it and why I'm open about admitting it. Okay. For one, I was not saying I got her nudes or that I actually saw her naked. So what was happening was I was in a Google Plus server. This is when I still kind of interacted with Google Plus people. So I was in their Google Plus server, and then I came in there, and there's this guy named what the fuck's his name? Soli? Is that his name? Soli? Ista? Is that his name? The guy? I don't know. Maybe.
What guy?
Is his name Soli? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
So there's a guy named Soli in there who Satire's been venting to, trying to, because she's mad that like me and her had a falling out and she's not in my server anymore because her and Pie God had like a big debate and she got mad and like had to leave, and then Nate was making fun of her all the time or something, so she left my server and she was feeling petty, so she starts starting shit, telling people all this shit right off the bat. Not really off the bat, more like a month and a half later or a month later. And so this Soli guy's like, what are you doing here? Pedophile. You're the one who was coercing nudes out of Satire. And now I don't know if they dropped the nude story, which is really funny. If they dropped the nude story, we'll get into that. But basically, he was claiming I was a pedophile and I was getting nudes from a minor or something. At the time, I don't even think it was about being a minor. I think it was just getting nudes from her. So I was like, yeah, fuck you, dude. I have her big old fucking titties in my fucking folder. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, or whatever. Like, I was just like being a fucking dickhead. Like, because it wasn't true, right? So I was just making fun of him. I wasn't claiming I actually had her nudes. I was just talking shit. Like literally, remember when you guys got in here and I was just like, oh yeah, those 50, oh shit, 3090s if you say no pedo, shit like that. It was that kind of energy, but just like back then. So anyway, the next one, yeah, if your sis gets drunk, give me her nudes. More like it's, okay. Yeah, so this is me making fun of the shit again. Once again, Seth dodging because you don't got it. More like because it's low-key illegal. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck was going on there. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not going to lie. I was making fun of her at that time because she was trying to slander me. So I was like, oh, yeah, dude, I definitely have your nudes. Haha, freak. But, like, I was just shit-talking. But then, like, these guys, I will admit that those guys in chat are kind of weird because they're like, where are her nudes? Send us her nudes. I'm like, that's kind of low-key illegal. Like, they actually kind of wanted that. Like, you know what I mean? So maybe y'all should be trying to cancel whoever the fuck was in chat trying to actually get her fucking nudes. So I don't know who these two people are, but maybe y'all should get on them. I don't know. Okay, moving on. Yeah, he's saying send Satire's tits. She's legal. Seth, send them. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were on with that. I have no idea with that. We'll move on, though. Seth hadn't actually received any photos. Yes, but bragged about it nonetheless. I wasn't bragging. It was a joke, dude. Like, I hate having to say that I'm fucking joking, but, like, is it not clearly a fucking joke? Like, I'm not just shit-talking? Like, are they not, like, aware enough to tell? Like, I'm just rubbing in their face to make fun of them? Seth acknowledges himself that this act would be low-key illegal as the person being referenced, Satire, is 16. This is way after the fact, after Satire is like already like made it clear of her age or whatever. Because one of the things that's debated about, and me and Trini had to go over this, is that not only was Satire's age ambiguous, but she didn't tell anybody, and she was dating a guy older than me at the time, whose name was Cheese Fuckner, who's a lot older than me, way older than me actually. So like at the time her age was ambiguous. So the whole like claim is like, oh, well, you were asking at the time. Well, for one, the age difference only 3 years, but I wasn't actually trying to genuinely get nudes off of her, which is a parrot. So from there, it's just kind of like, it's not me actually trying to get any child porn. We just know how old she is now, and I'm not like actually going to coincide with their weird illegal behavior. Also, that's not webcam parent.
I was at first. I was like, wait, hold up.
Bro, this was about to be so fun if that was actually Parrot.
If Parrot actually joined. Anyway, in this instance, Seth was not above publicly humiliating a literal child. Seth was not above publicly humiliating a literal child, but lying about having photos of her exposed chest in a public Discord server. This is indefensible. Dude, me and Satire are around the same age. And yes, fuck that bitch for trying to slander me because she got fucking mad at my Discord server. Like, that's way more fucked up. Like, I don't care, dude. Like, fuck you. Like, you definitely deserved it. Like, you're doing way worse shit by comparison. This is indefensible, and it astounds us that anyone would even consider justifying something like this. Well, I just kind of justified it. Fuck you, your weird SWAT docs team, and fuck this dumb bitch. How about that? That's what I think. Fuck that bitch. Moving on.
I got a question. I got a question for you, Miss Seth.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll ask you this very directly for the audience. Yes or no? Did you receive nudes from this individual?
No.
There you go.
No.
So what's the fucking problem? Here's another thing. I want to ask you this again. Well, I actually haven't asked you this in call, but I'll ask you this, in this situation, because I have before. If true or false, you also made funny comments towards her to make fun of dudes who were orbiting her in the server.
Yes, I do that a lot. Like, I might get into that. I don't know if they get into the nudes thing. From what I recall, they didn't get into the nude part of it. But if they do, I will go over it. This haiku screenshot is accurate. It wasn't me trying to be manipulative. I genuinely thought that, I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't even line up. It doesn't even make sense. So I genuinely thought it didn't line up because of that. So, no, I wasn't trying to be manipulative. It is my bad, though. Obviously, my dumb there. I thought that was genuine proof at the time, and I was like, wait a minute, it still doesn't matter because the profile picture can just change. So, I was still newer to Discord at the time. This is around when I first was doing stuff or whatever, but let me see. Nate sub. So this is talking about Nate. So this is very funny that they bring up Nate. Nate is one of those people Clyde was talking about, the orbiters, the people that were shit-talking Satire and hitting on her and blah, blah, blah. And I even say rip Nate X Satire. Yeah, Nate's one of the people that was giving her a really hard time. So what's funny about this is that a lot of screenshots between me and Satire are because of Nate, which hopefully I can get into. I don't know if they leave that in here. We'll see. If not, I can go over it. But it looks like their stories kind of changed recently. Seth was complicit in his behavior despite being an adult. I don't give a fuck if Nate bullies Satire. I don't give a fuck. I was a degenerate. I was a piece of shit. People were eating shit, sending me titties. I was calling everyone a fucking cuck, dude. I didn't give a fuck if some dude was being a dick to someone else who I didn't really know the age of at the time. I didn't give a fuck. I don't care. Am I supposed to care because it's a girl? I don't care if you're a girl, a dude, a fucking goblin, a fucking potato. I don't care if people were talking shit to you back then. I was a piece of shit as well. I thought it was funny, if anything. I didn't know her age until later. And then when I did know her age, I was like, wait a minute, y'all shouldn't be asking about this shit. This is weird. So no, it wasn't not adding up. No. Anyway, we established that Satire had sexually made by Seth in private. I'd love to see this proven. It was later publicly mortified about when he bragged about possessing child pornography of her in public. Oh my God, clearly not me trying to make fun of fucking Sunny and the Orbiters or anything.
Where is the proof of this? Again, to go back to this, bro, it's not illegal to lie about that. That's not breaking the law if you lie about that in a joking way. Why are they still harping on this so fucking hard? So I've actually got something funny to add to this. So I remember over a year ago, we were listening to Noodles debate Bucky. After this call concludes, we're sitting there. This is 40 minutes in.
By the way, Bucky is Satire's brother.
Yes, Bucky's the brother who's been using his sister as a tool to create drama. Shows what kind of little fucking bitch that he is. But anywho, After this debate concludes, he sort of turns to me in the call and he's like, "Hey, remember that time you and your friends bullied my sister in call?" And I'm like, "What in the fuck are you even talking about? Like, this is an event that I dead ass don't even remember happening." And what apparently it was my friend Corey calling her a bitch in VC, like literally the same way we would shit talk any male on Discord. Like, if they can inflate something like that, which I literally didn't even remember happening because of the countless amount of other shit that happened in that server, and again, I didn't treat that individual any different. A male member of the server is like, holy fuck, let's speak.
I will say that I don't know if Bucky's in the wrong, but it's probably Satire in the wrong there, because Bucky, and I said this to Bucky's just trying to defend his sister. Right, we can all agree to that, right? The brother defends the sister at all costs. I'm not going to fault him for that, right?
Night.
But like, I'm not going to hate on him for it. But Satire is probably exaggerating stories to him, which really did not help. Okay, so it kind of is her fault for exaggerating. I don't blame Bucky for getting mad. I'm not going to call him a bitch or something. I understand what he's doing.
I mean, you don't have to. I will, because I wasn't part of that situation at all.
Clyde doesn't like him as much. Anyway, we'll move on.
Proceed.
Yeah. Okay. Reiterate, this behavior is indefensible and was equally abhorrent is Seth's inability to take responsibility for his actions. What actions? What actions? Me making fun of your dumbass friend, trying to ruin my life? Fuck you and that bitch. Instead, choosing to make incoherent and inconsistent claims. I think they're pretty fucking consistent. First, that screenshots were faked, and later that they were real, but simply jokes. No, the screenshots are faked and jokes. How about both? Because we know that a lot of them don't make sense. A lot of them clearly have deleted messages in them. A lot of them don't add up. But a lot of them are also me joking. It can be both. Implicit bribery. Okay, what the fuck is this bribery thing? Wait, is that the end of the Satire thing? Really? That's it? Has anyone read the doc? Is that it? Is that it for the Satire shit? Has anyone read it and know? It's in evidence. Does anyone know if that's it? What? That's it? That's it? What? Their story is completely different. Bro, has anyone here been following this shit for like years? Who has been following this shit for years? Their story is completely different. Because remember at first, it was Seth was trying to ask her for nudes. That was the big scandal. Am I lagging, by the way?
No, I can hear.
No, you're not lagging.
The big scandal was Seth asked her for nudes. Where did that go? Because they lied about me about that for so long. They lied for so long about that. So now they're just acting like it doesn't matter. Let me explain why that matters. So in this screenshot, I don't know if anyone fucking has it. You can spread it around if you have it. It's kind of old, okay? So let me talk about this. There's a screenshot of me going over, what was it? I said, nudes, ? And I'll put it in evidence. This is how I typed it. Just like that emoji and everything. And that's what made Trini start his campaign against me. That's what Trini started his campaign against me with. That comment, me saying nudes. Now, the context is that Nate kind of had a crush on her. So I sent him a screenshot of me saying nudes, like, oh, Nate, I'm hitting on your girl, haha, to make fun of Nate. And then when that story ends up being more consistent than Seth's a pedophile, they drop it? You can't just fucking drop it. You can't drop it. Is it a weird, degenerate joke? Sure. Is it me being a pedophile? No. But you can't drop it after lying for 2 to 3 years about it. You can't just lie about me for 2 to 3 years and then just act like it doesn't fucking exist. That's the thing that started it all. That comment. And it goes into a lot of shit because a lot of this shit's just degenerate bullshit fucking humor being taken out of context. So you can't just act like it doesn't exist because it doesn't fit the narrative anymore. So weird. Why was there no comment on that? They brought up her pepperoni areolas? Pepperoni areolas was more important than fucking the nudes comment? I don't know how to go about that one. Like, dude, I'm sorry. It's catching me by surprise. I thought there was more to it. I thought they were actually going to try to rip into me about it like they've been doing for years, and they just dropped it. That's it? Like, I'm actually just shocked. Like, I can't, like, dude, I've been dealing with this for 4 fucking years. This is year 4. Year 4. This started in 2017. This is year 4. Now it's gone. It's just over. That's it. What? What? If that doesn't matter, you think everything else matters? Because, bro, they're trying to bring up me saying, oh, Seth's bragging about having her nudes. But if the nude thing is bullshit, why bring that up? If it's clearly not in reference to anything truthful. Like, it's just dumb. Yeah, and you're right, Thunder. Out of context screenshots catch anyone lacking. It's stupid. Yeah, they had a terrible argument. They're literally hanging out with a dude who is swatting people online, and that's like their go-to guy to like try to fucking bully me out of the community. They're trying to bully me out of the community by calling me a pedophile with these bullshit fucking screenshots and these stupid fucking chats that I have no fucking context to. They're dropping, manipulating, doing all this dumb shit, and they're like, oh, Seth, why won't you defend yourself? As they have a dude trying to fucking log my fucking account and spy on all my friends and call a fucking SWAT team and shit on me? What the fuck is that shit, dude? What is that? I'm the villain? I'm not allowed to defend myself with your stupid fucking bodyguard team of these fucking weird freaks? Like, and I'm the fucking weirdo? Like, fuck you, dude. I've been consistent for so fucking long. I've been publicly a degenerate. I'm like, hey, nice dick, bro. Wow, let's fuck that 4-year-old child up, get people to debate me. Let's play devil's advocate on why fucking murdering a cow or something, or like fucking a sheep or some shit. Y'all are cucks, eat shit and die. All this shit. I've been so fucking consistent with my fucking degenerate attitude. But is there anything to justify me actually being a fucking pedophile? No, it's them taking my degenerate fucking personality that I used to have out of context to try to slander me and then use these fucking swatters as like a fucking deterrent to keep me away from saying anything so they can kick me out of the fucking community. Dude. So stupid, man. Like, look at the evidence chat. I posted the proof in chat. All those people saying, oh, Seth is just acting. I posted a literal clip of them planning on swatting me. I can't, dude, where's the act? Where's the fucking act? Look in evidence. I have a clip someone sent me of them threatening to swat me. That's not a fucking act. I'm a human being. A fucking MP5 will kill me. I'm not immune to the MP5. The flashbang will fuck my eardrums up. You know what I mean? Like, so stupid, dude. Yeah, I thought you were immune. I am immune. Can we put no luck in the chat, by the way?
You want me to give him perms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seth, this guy wants to know how you tier conceptual manipulation. You can get into that?
Fuck no.
So this is up to you. But did you check my DM?
Wait, let me check your DM. Wait, which one?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a lot of DMs. Which one are you? You changed your shit.
Um.
Oh, I see. What's that?
Okay.
They want you to respond to this.
Yeah, that and then the bottom thing.
I did
Probably the
respond to
bigger
that
one.
though.
No, the bottom one was probably bigger.
I responded that too though.
No. The last message I sent you, like what they wanted you to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. The bullet would bounce off. Can we get No Luck up here though?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm adding the fucking rows.
I'm looking for No Luck and not found him.
You can
No
just
Luck
give him
accept
general.
my invite. I give him general. No Luck, accept my invite to the stage.
Here's another thing too. Say Tryharder's not a swatter weirdo like that fucking clip suggests, which No Luck gave me, by the way. But
Did-
say that's not real. That's all I knew at the time. That's all I knew. And we do know that these people are logging people. They're token logging people. They're getting into their accounts and shit. They're bragging about it. Literally, even you fucking Rakuzan guys can admit that. Is that like hidden knowledge? Is that hidden?
Someone told me, it's on video as well on YouTube, but there's a video of Tryharder, David, and other people like threatening to like dox Thomas, who was like a debater, up and coming Naruto debater.
Is Tryharder in here?
Yeah, he asked to talk to you actually.
You should definitely ban him out of the server. Why is he here?
I was gonna say just before, they keep nagging for certain people to get dragged up, and it's like just
That
you
doesn't
guys.
make any sense.
You
What?
guys,
I mean, he has like 1,000 notes, so he'll probably be back, but
It doesn't matter. I don't know why you'd want him in here to like log people or something. I'm not fully familiar on this whole logging thing, but I just know that they do it. So I've been very hesitant to get into calls with them aggressively.
yeah.
which is why you're not dragging.
And here's the thing too, before you guys are like, oh, he's ducking the debate. Ista has literal DMs of him saying I'd rhetorically dominate him. Like literally. Like the debate's not the problem. The problem is the fucking swatting and logging shit. It's totally different. I don't need to give you the fucking time of day if you're a logger or a swatter. You're not a debater. You're a fucking criminal. Like, that's just it, dude. You're not one of us, bro. You're a fucking criminal. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you saying your piece. I don't give a fuck. You should be in a cell or something. Like, you shouldn't be here, dude. Like,
Seth, drag that guy up so he can dox us and swat us and get into all your shit, your bank accounts and stuff.
yeah, maybe he'll come up.
I posted that, by the way.
Maybe he'll join the chat and say my address. Like, really smart, dude.
It's an evidence chat.
There he is saying I'd beat him rhetorically in a debate. I mean, when, you know, like, I don't know why the fuck. I don't even know why he's acting like that. It's stupid. I don't know if he's just going to try to drop my fucking address or something, like, when he gets up here. He shouldn't fucking be in this server. Anyway, is No Luck joining the chat? Because No Luck's kind of a part of this.
No Luck has the general role. He should be able to come up.
Someone says, I promise he won't dox. Do you hear yourself talking? Did you just hear what you fucking said?
No Luck doesn't want to be up. No Luck doesn't want to be up.
Okay.
But did this kid just not hear what he said? He said, I promise he won't. Like, he knows what he does. Like, and he's just like, yeah, I promise he won't do it this time. What is that? Like, he just admitted it for him. Like, his friend just admitted it for him. Like, what's that shit?
I assure you he won't do the thing he's capable of.
Like, what is that? Okay, reminder, if you take anything presented thus, we will address common counter-arguments at the end, as well as the dubious claims made by Seth. Implicit bribery. Okay, so now that we're done with that shit, what is this bribery thing? This shit came out of nowhere, but it's probably the closet, Seth. Is this like talking about when I said I'd give people 30/90s just now? Oh no, it's saying, okay, so Ista, you gotta take over for this one. This is why Ista's here, because they're claiming that he's like bribed or something weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about the screenshots? Or which
Yeah.
one in particular? Like, what did it say?
It's if you go on the doc, it's at 24 or something. I don't know.
Scroll through. Fuck, dude. 24. God damn, this shit's long as hell.
Seth, some people are confused and they don't know what doxing is. You should give like a quick definition.
Well, you give a definition, Six. What's the definition of doxing, buddy?
Fine. I'll get the definition. This is the standard Google definition, but doxing is essentially when you search for and release public or private information publicly about someone, typically with malicious intent.
And logging is basically like, okay, so there's different types of it. So logging is basically they get your Discord encryption key and they can use that to steal every cookie on your computer and find out your address and get into all of your accounts and then like get into your friends' accounts through manipulation, whether it be a picture, a link. Some people can do it through VC. It is advanced to do that, but that's one of the reasons that we're hesitant though, because some people actually can do that. It's just not safe to associate with those types of people. Also, people are saying, "Oh, Abraham, get Abraham," and it's like, doesn't Abraham associate with these people? How do I know he's any different at this rate?
Look, speaking of that lying bitch, right? So I just went to 24 and I scrolled up and it says Jade was not on Seth's side though, but was interested in keeping the ruse up after Ista seemed to try to bribe him on call. Why the fuck is Abraham lying? Like, why does he stay having my dick in his mouth after I slammed him in that fucking debate in front of like 100-person call? He's a fucking loser, right? I went into the call with Jade and I verbatim told him, hey, look, are you going to hang out with man-childs that have been obsessed with a dude who makes a fucking bag, right? Or are you going to sit here, if anything, the logical conclusion should be people that hang out with Seth tend to make more money. You're hanging around broke niggas and you're going to be broke. It's pretty easy to understand, like, which one's the better side there. So I don't know what the fuck this is talking about, and the screenshots are all out of context.
They're acting like I'm gonna give you like $1,000.
Yeah, like he gave me $300 or like a fucking PS5 or some shit. Like, no,
like,
bro.
They're acting like I'm like paying Ista to like be here. But what Ista's saying to Jade in this screenshot is like, okay, would I rather associate with Seth or you, like the guy with money or not money, like, you know, and like, especially if he's like neutral with both. But then like Ista also brought this up as well. There's kind of like a moral obligation here because it's like one has confirmed swatting shit and the other is just allegations that I'm a pedophile. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and also it's very clear that these people hate me. They've been on this for years. Abraham disliked me way before this on fucking Google Plus for 4 years or whatever the fuck. These people aren't normal. Like, they hold grudges a long ass fucking time, and they don't think about things very rationally. And this is why Trini turned against them. Now I'm gonna show you guys this Trini's definition. Trini is like another top debater, or whatever, who knows these guys personally. But I'll show you guys what he said about them in a bit. Okay, do we even need to explain how damning this is? I don't know. Was it damning? Like, I don't want to make fun of like your reading comprehension, but what is that? That's it? That was the damning evidence that I'm giving Ista money? What does that mean? Like, it was just such a basic statement.
Oh my god. Wait, Seth thinks he can't be fucking dogs if he's
Also find that weird about the Jade statement too.
Yeah.
Fucking, Jade literally kind of admitted verbatim that the whole reason he was involved
Anybody supposed to give up his birth? You better have just dropped his birth.
And there's even recordings I have of previous files because Jade admitted, like, yeah, you know, I'm trying to get something out of it. There's
Now I
a
want
video
to
of him
test that. Hold on.
yo, let me get a DoorDash, let me get a PS5.
The person who's doing this is named Jade. I I don't hate him for doing this. Whatever. He's like an
Niggas
opportunistic. Whatever. It's annoying as fuck. But he's just being opportunistic. He's not really taking sides anymore. But like, okay. This part here says, "Are you able to make that statement that you don't think I'm a pedophile?" Because he literally did, and Isaac can attest to this. He literally said I'm not a pedophile. Like he's on my side with it. He's literally like more on the Trini side. And he says, like, "These guys are using it to justify trying to swat me and get my address," which they were. We have a recording of their literal chat where they're saying they're gonna swat me. Like they're all like hyping each other up, like let's swat this pedophile, blah 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 blah. It's in evidence. There's a literal video in evidence of them doing that. So Clyde can attest to this, and even Swag Kage can attest to this. I got in call with both of them, and I'm like, bro, they're gonna fucking swat me. Like, what do I do? It's in the evidence. Can you guys not see evidence? It's in evidence. It's the black one called swatting. So even Swag Kage can attest to this. I was like, dude, they're gonna fucking swat me. Like, what do I do? So we were like, should I go to like a hotel for a week? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of freaking out. I was like, are they gonna like swat me when I try to stream? Or, dude, and both of them can attest. Like, it was not like a normal situation. And like the other problem too.
Oh my god. Wait, Seth thinks he can't be fucking doxxed if he's in a public server?
Yeah, he's retarded.
Hold up. Let's test
He might as well just give up his address, bro. Anybody gonna give up his birth? You better have just drop his birth.
That nigga said that's
Who did what? Who did what? Confused. True.
Now I want to test that. Hold on. When he makes his public server environment.
I think that was Timius that said that shit.
Wait, what?
Niggas are ironic. We just try to find it. The chat is so cancer.
I'm waiting for this. I think I asked Arrow about it, and Arrow was like, "I'm not interested in this." How do you think, exactly? I asked him, "Sir, what do you think about all this?" He said, "He said, y'all look into me. It's stupid as fuck, and I'm not interested in being involved in this dog shit."
Hello?
Call police department. How may I direct their call?
Hello? I can't deal with this anymore. My dad just shot my little sister. There's...
Nigga, did they actually just...
So... Huh.
St. Cloud Police Department.
Hello?
How can I help you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? My dad just shot my little sister. There's...
What's the address of your emergency?
1870 Spirited Circle, St. Cloud, Florida. 247.
What's for verification?
1870 Spirited Circle, St. Cloud. ST Cloud.
Sturgeon? Are you saying Sturgeon or Sturgeon?
Spirited Circle, St. Cloud. 1870.
Spell it. I'm not... 1870 Sturted?
SPIRTED. Spirited Circle.
Spirited? Okay.
Spirited Circle, please.
You're doing a great job. What's the phone number that you're calling from in case we get disconnected? Sir, 1870 is not coming up. What is the numerical again? What is your numerical?
Okay, please listen to me, please. Florida 24772, right?
This is Florida.
Yeah.
You said 1870 Spirited Circle. We have a Spirited Circle, but what's the numeric?
The numeric is...
Yeah. The 1870.
In chat threatening to fucking swat me. Like, and the thing is that Six actually recorded that. Six actually recorded them saying that. I don't know, with like an alt. How did you record that? How'd you even record them doing that?
Prophet infiltrated the VC with like an
Prophet's
alt.
one of our friends, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then he was streaming the call to the SS, so I just started recording.
Yeah, so one of our friends joined on an alt in their private server or whatever, and then started like streaming the call to us, and when we recorded it. Okay. Anyway. Yes, and that's another good point, Hentai God. They are younger. Like, one of them's named is Faxed, and he's very young. I'm not mad at him. Like, he's obviously kind of a fucked up little bastard, like really fucked up little bastard. I hope he gets some help, but I can't get too mad because he is a genuine kid. Tryharder's a little bit weird in the fucking head. I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of getting too old for this. You're almost a grown man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be doing this forever. You're also a man of God. You know what I mean? Like, you should probably change your ways a little bit. But anyway, that's why we had to take this so seriously and cautiously for so long. And then they're even bringing up shit like, oh, Seth's getting on call with Tryharder and he's so nervous. And it's like, yeah, is this guy about to fucking log my shit, get my address, and send the fucking team? Or what's he doing this time? Like, no idea. And I have, now that they hate me even more and that they think that people are on their side, whenever they have people on their side and rooting for them, they do even more crazy shit. They sit there and hype each other up about what fucked up shit they can do to me. So I have no idea what they can do. Well, do they want to get into the call to drop my address? Does anyone know what the fuck they want to do? They already admitted they can't debate me. So what the fuck do they want to do in here? They literally admitted they couldn't debate me. So what the fuck are they here for? Probably that. Now let's continue. Okay, anyway, we're moving on from that. How old is Seth? We think solid evidence that says blah, blah, blah. My age, it doesn't really fucking matter. I'm just 3 years older than Satire. Like, it's all you need to fucking know. My age is not even important because I didn't do anything pedophilic. Regardless of my age, I did nothing pedophilic. Like, that's just it at the end of the day. Like, I didn't do anything and I fucking went over it. Like, I don't know if there's more shit in here, but my age is completely irrelevant because I didn't do any of this. Now, this right here starts talking about my debates with Trini. Let me just refute all of this real quick. I'm about to refute all of it. I don't even need to read this shit with Trini. They're trying to use Trini as like a whole thing to like say, oh, look at this smart guy Trini who's against Seth. He's the one who started it, blah, blah, blah. Let me just debunk it real quick. I'll just debunk it. I don't even need to read all this bullshit. It's just all bullshit. Trini told me he could send this to you. Trini talked to me after he talked to all of you. He hates you. Moving on. If you guys want the drive link, there's Trini's statement in evidence. In evidence, there's Trini saying he hates them. He thinks they're liars. He thinks they're
well, maybe you should talk to Abraham. I'm like, pass.
Right.
And then that was like 2 days ago. Then yesterday, I guess Abraham hits up Fingerprint and is just like, hey, man, I was hoping that I could talk to Trini or something because recently, you know, I don't know, like, you know, it's just there's something really pressing that I want to talk to him about. And I was like, we literally the last time, because of this shit, said that we weren't going to ever talk again because there's just no point in us speaking. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. Then that Tryharder kid who's like the notorious doxer in this community then proceeded to ask Infamous, oh, yo, can you ask Trini and Fingerprint to come talk with me? And Fingerprint's not even involved, so that already seems suspicious as fuck to me. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just talk to him so he doesn't bother Fingerprint. And he's like, Fingerprint's busy with a bunch of shit, so I'm not going to have him being bothered over it. So I decided to, like, kind of hear what, like, he was even trying to talk about. So it was apparently about you. Yeah. And he starts telling me, like, oh, like, we want your testimony and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, look, been there, done that. Nothing came out of it. I'm good. And he was like, well, Seth said, like, all sorts of weird shit. I'm like, yeah, Seth said some creepy shit, but he apologized. we've kind of all moved on from it. No real harm, no real foul. Like, yeah, what is there to really talk about at this point? Mm-hmm. And he basically was like, well, he shouldn't have said that stuff. And I'm like, I agree, but if it's not to the degree of like child grooming or anything, I don't know why you guys would go out of your way to like try and ruin his career or slander him so badly as like this weird child hunting pedophile when, you know, like you deal with like depression and shit. Like that could be a very serious like mental health concern for you. Like just all sorts of like fucking unnecessary stress. If not that, it's still a huge financial risk because your whole thing is about platforming essentially. It's what you do. You have a social media profile that brings in revenue and shit. People threaten that by like labeling you a pedophile and that's seen as even remotely reputable. That's not good. So I'm like, yeah, like I don't know. Like, you guys should definitely be way more careful with that shit. And then they keep so this try-harder guy keeps trying to convince me. He actually has way more definitive evidence and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, look, bro, just a heads up, Abraham and Satire lied about this shit. They told me, oh, Seth promised to fly out and promised that he would come to a specific hotel because he knew the hotel in her area and knew her fucking Australian zip code or whatever the fuck. Right. And that like all sorts of like crazy detailed information. And that they had all of the evidence for it. And I took their word for it because it seemed really legitimate at the time. And so I'm like, yeah, like, okay, sure. Then when you and I argued, you were like, and I thought this is a legitimate point, you were like, well, if it is the case that I'm just seriously like a child grooming pedophile and there's just so much evidence for me just like asking Satire when I could fly out there, like, you know, why don't you guys just expose me? And I was like, yeah, that is a good point because Abraham and Satire have been talking about it for a while, so why don't we just do it? So I asked them, and by the way, it wasn't just me who heard them say this. They talked about it with me and Mikey, right? Yeah. So just keep that in mind for a second. So I hit them up about it, and I'm like, Abraham, yo, can you get me that evidence? And then he tells me, we never said that. And I'm like, dude, are you being fucking serious right now? And he's like, yeah, we never said that. And so I asked him, Mikey, and I'm like, yo, did he not say that? And he was like, not only did they say that, but they promised they had evidence. And so I was like, yeah, there's fucking liars. And I told them up front, I thought they were fucking liars. Then they proceeded to try and call me a pedophile and shit on Twitter. Because I talk to Jade occasionally, which I thought was really ironic because I don't know if you know this, but Satire used to have really private conversations with Jade, like really deeply emotionally intimate conversations with this like 11-year-old for no fucking reason.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's actually fucking weird. She was ranting about her mom and shit to like this kid. Really bizarre.
He's like prepubescent.
But dude, this is someone who's still doing like pre-algebra homework. Like you're sitting here ranting to about your mom dying. Like that's just like why him and that's just bizarre to me. But yeah, they try to call me a pedophile and shit because you talked to. So I'm just like, look, I get the impression that they just like to lie and have weird vendettas against people and shit. I'm not the first person they've done this to. You definitely aren't the first person they've done this to. That's just how they've always been. It's been like that since like Aradara became the leader of their group. So I have just no higher standard for them than just to like lie and be vindictive. Yeah. And I tried relaying it to this kid, but he kept swearing he had all sorts of evidence and shit. And after a certain point, you know, he's not giving evidence. And by the way, I don't know if you know about this kid. Jester might have told you. But apparently he, like, swatted some fucking kid because some kid joked that he wasn't that good of a hacker or something. So he got him swatted and apparently got his dad in prison or some crazy shit.
What the fuck?
and it makes... yeah, ask Jester more about that. He'll know more about it because I don't really know that much about the situation. But Tryharder said that was basically the situation. But, like, it was just dumb or really complicated or something along those lines. And it gets weirder because you got to keep in mind... The only reason I didn't try and expose you sooner was because when I asked, and this is something that came up like 3 years ago. I asked Abraham, hey, why don't we just like collaboratively put this out there into the public domain if you guys have so much evidence of Seth being a pedophile? This is something I've been asking about for years. And again, suddenly he doesn't want to work with me because apparently I'm a bad person and I do too much fucked up shit. But now he's hanging around some kid who swats people and stuff. That seems really bizarre to me. Suddenly they have screenshots and shit. Seems super bizarre to me. So I basically said, look, if any of this shit you guys can provide is confirmable beyond just random screenshots, like, i.e., since he's apparently like a fucking god-tier hacker, if he can get into your account or something and then just showcase you fucking talking to a kid or something, which, I mean, like, you know, if you can get into people's accounts so easily, why not just do something like that, right? Like, if he can get into your account, why doesn't he literally just do that?
Yeah.
Why can't he show you talking to a kid or something? Like, on video, like, stream or... Yeah. Like, that's what I'm wondering. So, because we have to rely on blurry-ass, old, pixelated screenshots of, like, shit.
And then
it's just silly. So I just want no real part of it.
And then they're like, hey, Seth, can you get Seth in this group chat with me, Fax, and Tryharder?
No, don't do it.
And then they were like, we have some proof he's a pedophile. And I'm like, okay, so it's just gonna be the bullshit or whatever. I can refute it or something. But then, like, I was like, but isn't, like, Tryharder, like, the uber nuker hacker kid? Like, he's definitely gonna hack my shit if I join this group chat. You know what I mean? So, like, I was like, no, I'm not joining. So now I kind of have to deal with, like, the repercussions, which is, like, they're gonna expose it to Rakuzan, which they just got, like, a 150-man call, and they were, like, ranting about all this evidence they have. Apparently Jade's in on it now, too. Even though, like, and apparently Ice is saying that Jade wanted, like, clout or something recently, so that's why he's doing it. I don't know, but Jade's back on it, so.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Jade. I will say he's always been kind of on the fence about it. Same with me. Yeah. But those screenshots do look really bad. My thing is just, where the fuck were those screenshots literally, like, 6 months ago when I asked for them?
That's what I mean. Like, where, like, you asked for these and now they just come up like 6 months. And here's the other thing that's weird too. So they've been on this, like, Seth's a pedophile thing for 4 years. I've never heard this argument a single time. Where did they even get the screenshots from?
That's all they came with this last year.
Like where did they
apparently Abraham and Satire.
Right, but it's like, where do you even get these? Because my account's deleted, so you can't, like, go on my shit and find, oh, wait, he did say this. You can't do that. Like, it's not available. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, no. There is a way. Like, if they know what the deleted username is, which they could find through group chats and shit, they could click on it and then just associate it with you by basically implicating that you were in group chats as Seth and then just showing screenshots of that. But, like, even then, they weren't showing shit like that. They were showing, like, screenshots of what seemed to be a normal profile of, like, you talking to Satire. One of them was of the
Discord. Maybe think about it a little bit deeper. A little bit fucking deeper. So, I don't know. That's pretty much all of it. Seth isn't a pedo, W. If you say that, you'll get your 3090. Also, are there any 16-year-olds in the... Never mind. Okay, we'll bring that in the DMs later. Anyway, forget I said that. Seth is a pedo, W. Yo, chill. Oh, God. Clyde, I fucked up again.
It's okay. You've always got me. You pay